Shaun and I and Laura Lee were going to a bat job down in Fairview, Utah. And we were going to be gone for a couple days. Anyway, we get down there, and it's a cabin, and we're working on this cabin, and we're starting to pressure wash it. Well, anyway, Laura Lee's a violin player. She's really good at violin. And Shaun and her, they started pressure washing the building, and they were goofing around. Anyway, Shaun was just kind of lightly goofing around, spraying her with water. It was kind of a hot day. And I don't know what happened exactly, but he was spraying, and he kind of pointed to the pressure washer over there, and Laura Lee went like that or something like that. Anyway, Laura Lee got hit with the pressure washer right here on her finger, right on her ring, right where her ring goes, her left finger, and it just the pressure washer just sliced into her finger. Oh my heck, it was horrible, and it just and it immediately started to swell up, and she was cut really bad, and she was really concerned. I was concerned that it had cut her tendon. Anyway, so we hadn't been there for like a half an hour or maybe even an hour at the most, and we drove hours to get there, like 5 hours to get there, 4 hours to get there. I was really upset that they were goofing around, and Laura Lee got cut by the pressure washer because Shaun and her were goofing around. They were always goofing around. They're always goofing around. Still always goofing around. But anyway, so she was cut. Her hand was swelling up. We took her down to the local doctor's clinic, and we had to wait there, and we had to make sure. Anyway, the doctor came in, looked at her tendon and everything, looked at her finger, and then sewed her up. Well, anyway, she still got this puffy hand, and we got her all wrapped up and taken care of. But anyway, I was pretty frustrated that happened, but I was like, whatever, we're going to go back and we're going to get to work. So we went back and started working on the job a little bit. And the next morning we got up, and they slept, and Laura Lee slept. That we had two cabins, and they gave us two cabins to sleep in. I slept in the back of my truck, but we had two cabins that they slept in, and we were going to sleep in two cabins so that Laura Lee and Shaun could sleep separate, which I thought was most appropriate. But then we ended up going to sleeping. Laura Lee slept downstairs in one room, and Shaun slept upstairs in one room. Laura Lee wanted the whole cabin to herself. She was kind of upset that she was excited to have the whole cabin by herself. And she was kind of a little bit irritated that Shaun had to sleep in the cabin with her. But anyway, he slept upstairs in the loft. She slept down in a private room down below. But it was a lot of fun. But anyway, her hand was hurting, and anyway, the next day though, I made her work. She had a swollen hand and a cut hand. I'm like, well, you got a right hand. You guys shouldn't have been screwing around, messing around. You're going to have to work. So I made her work. And anyway, we got that thing done. We were supposed to be there for 2 days, and she had these pinkish purple maroon pants on, and they were dirty by the end of the trip down there. But anyway, we all worked really hard. We did a lot of work down there. We got the job mostly done, and then at the very end, I told Shaun, you have to take the trailer and drive home, because me and Laura Lee have to go finish our route and jobs. We had more wildlife jobs to do. But anyway, so we went home, where we went and did that. And she was upset because she couldn't drive home because she was tired, and we've been there more than 2 days. Anyway, she went home. She went home with me, and we worked an extra day, and so we were gone 4 or 5 days. Maybe it was 5 days. But anyway, it was funny because they were screwing around. Shaun cut Laura Lee's finger, and incidentally, it was her ring finger that she now wears his wedding ring on, that he gave her for their wedding. And the other thing is, she was supposed to play a violin piece or solo in church anyway that Sunday. So she had to call her mom and cancel her church performance for doing the violin solo, because she had cut her finger. But now it's really good, and she still has that scar. It's a pretty good scar right there where she wears her wedding ring. It was kind of fun.